Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present the new Florida East Coast HO Scale Lash-Up. To the latest update regarding Florida East Coast operations in HO scale. Probably since the last time I've updated on this layout table was a really long time ago, and not much has been done. Clearly it looks exactly the same as it did almost a year ago. They tried to do some work to clear the floor, and unfortunately there was some issue with the floor that it was swelling due to rain leaks, and we still do not have the new tile installed, so I don't know when that's gonna happen, when that's gonna be fixed, but hopefully this winter we get stuff done in this room. I'm really getting I'm getting worked up. I really want to lay out. I mean, I just don't think it's really fair to exclusively depend on having to attend model railroading events once every month. I would like to have a lot more additional freedom to run as I please, and also on the hours I please. But anyway, that's a whole different story. Two major updates to the Florida East Coast roster since June, maybe three if you really want to think about another update. First of which is the least important, is that I've acquired a huge amount of FEC and UPS containers. The FEC containers you guys have already seen in a couple past videos, but the UPS ones are also newer. First time they ran was actually in Pinecrest when I attended an event last month. The video is already up on YouTube, so it's the bottom three cars of Dylan's CSX train. It has 6 of my new UPS containers thrown in for good measure. Second update, we're gonna go chronologically now. Special thanks to Bobby for sending me this LNG tender. He actually sold it to me, and I'm amazed by the level of detail, level of hard work. Even though there's a little crooked grab iron, that's okay. I mean, it really shows how authentic the model is. Hopefully one day I will fix that. Doesn't look too bad from here, but from an angle it may look a little bit adverse. But yeah, the car is impressive. You've already seen a copy, you may have already seen a copy of this at Pinecrest back in March. I posted a video from the Echoes display there. And now it is captively flush between my two Florida East Coast Gevos. And the third update, I have started to apply these brand new Florida East Coast lettered decals to some existing containers. So out of 24 containers that I have, I'm going to try to dedicate about 7. It was originally 8, but I already messed up 2 decals. So I'm going to make it only 7 containers are going to wear the new lettering. Compared to the old one, well, the new lettering is a decal provided by Circus City Decals. You can buy it right now. However, there's just one error, and it's that the FEC Railway website is not in the correct font. The new logo font is EFRA, and the designer put the EFRA font all over the new graphics, so the FECRailway.com is in that same font, but I didn't really mind it for the nose of the container. But for the sides, I figured that it was actually a little more significant, so I left it out. It's supposed to be Helvetica on the sides there, so I left it out. No harm, no foul. It still looks great. Still looks pretty complete. and it'll throw in some nice balance to the FEC intermodal roster. That has been actually something I've worked on all over 2018, to develop an FEC intermodal consist, because I have a lot of CSX, a lot of NS, but it was time to balance it out, and I invested in TOFC. I got a couple spine cars, and hopefully in the future I'll look out for more spine cars, and I also got some international containers that will look great on FEC trains. So really this video is kind of an appetizer for what's coming up this weekend. Harvest Festival is at the Dade County Fair and Expo Center, and the East Coast HO Exhibitors Society will be there. This train will be there, and of course it won't just be these 6 cars, there will be a lot of cars. I plan to do 3 cuts of intermodal and combine them into one when they allow long running. So look forward to that. It'll be kind of a sequel to last year's CSX video, and it'll hopefully be a fun time. Now I'm going to be showing you some of the decaling process that has gone into doing these FEC containers. So this is part of the decaling process for the new logo on the FEC containers. So what I did was, I'll show you something. I took a regular FEC container in the Hurricane logo here. I used a microscale microsol and sprayed it and actually brushed it for quite a few minutes on both sides of the container. The reporting marks, the DA, came off much easier than the Hurricane logo. The Hurricane, or the Going Places in Florida logo, took a lot longer, took many more applications of microsol, but it's been a pretty easy process. So what had to be, so the thing about the new FEC containers is they're much like the old ones. They're made by Singamas, and they also retain a lot of the same features, such as the 53-foot writing, WTP on the sides, which is one of the it's a lifting configuration. The back is almost the same. The front's a little bit different, but that's easy to replace. And all the proportions are more or less the same too, except the reporting marks are going to go on this side. The logo is going to be, of course, written out in the font EFRA across this side, and I usually separate from the 6th rib. So my plan is to actually designate some of the containers to be together, because I actually made a couple mistakes. So for this one, the Florida East Coast lettering is a little bit too low, but despite that, it dried pretty nicely. And as you can see, a feature of the new lettering is that the bottom says top lift only, strictly. But that's okay. I mean, it still looks good. It could be considered an anomaly. It's HO scale. Rule number 1 is have fun. So, but at least now that I rectified the error, the other side is going to be correct like this. You see, it's a lot higher now, so it's okay. I mean, they can run. No one's really going to notice unless you look really up close, and that's a nice thing about this hobby. And 7 containers are going to be done, so this is just one of them. This is a little bit low, but it looks a little bit higher, so it's okay. But yeah, this is the height that we're shooting for. Right now I'm curing using microscales, microset. I'm curing the Florida East Coast letters, and this can be the biggest annoyance to cure. There are a lot of air bubbles that end up hanging on, and this takes maybe about an hour to cure. But other than that, cool stuff. Let's see how this goes. So usually I leave it in there for about 10 seconds. Or 5. And it's out. Let me put this down. Sliding is a serious process. I spend money on these stickers, so I'm going to be as careful as I possibly can. Letters are free. So yeah, from the 6th rib and at a certain height, at a reasonable height, plop this guy down. Let's line it up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can still go a little bit more. There it is. Do they line up? Sort of. East is kind of going downhill and coast is going uphill. So actually, I'll raise coast a little bit. I'll keep east down. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty good to me. I'll just end this quick video here with a short run-by clip. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thanks for watching from HQ, where hopefully there'll be a full-blown HO scale Florida East Coast layout by the end of Christmas. This is TE out.